What's good, YouTube? Hope all is well with you. This is Devalian Sense coming back at you with another video. And what I have today is a review or just a selection of Dua fragrances. They're a clone house, but they also have some original fragrances. Two of them that I have out of here are originals and two are clones. And I basically am giving you a Dua for all seasons, if you will, type video. So these four that I have selected, I think would be great pickups, great additions for the summer, spring, fall, winter, in whichever order that you like to, to wear fragrances. If you like to wear them with the seasons, I know some people who wear them opposite seasons. But we're gonna go through for winter, spring, summer, and fall for Dua fragrances. Like I said, they have plenty of fragrances. They have so many fragrances, too many to count. But these are just four that I think, like, if you only can get four, then these would be a good go-to. I waited until holiday seasons, other holidays, other special days when they had their 30% off sale. Sometimes they have 50% off, 15% off, 20% off, 25% off, and even 30. I waited till 30% off, whatever day it was, to get these. And at different times, I got them at different times throughout this past year, and each one was only $45 for me. So they're only 30 ml. So you would want probably 30 ml, not to cost too much more than that, but they did. But with the discount, I just waited for the discount, and like I said, $45 for each one. So I would think that that's pretty good, especially for how good they smell and what they represent, at least with the two clones. So we're going to get into it. And we will start with the winter time. So I'm going to go from behind. Haha. So, of course, this is a presentation for all the Dua fragrances. And so I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to open it up. And what we have for winter is Delectable Temptation. You see their art there. It's all made of glass. So it definitely comes, fragile, handled with care in a package. When it comes, you got the golden juice there. And this one is, again, called, if you can see the glare there, Delectable Temptation. Very nice art on the bottle there. What they have here is, if you can see the picture there, you've got blueberries, you've got pancakes, and a little bit of syrup, I believe they're in the middle. And even the previous art had whipped cream on it, also with the pancakes and syrup and the blueberries. That is literally what you get in this fragrance. This is a gourmand, of course, but literally what you see is what you get with this fragrance. And, I couldn't be more happy with it in terms of Dua being straightforward with what it smells like. These days, whatever you hear or whatever you see is not necessarily what you smell when it comes to a fragrance. And they hit the nail on the head here. This literally smells like pancakes and syrup, blueberries, and whipped cream. And like I said, the original art had whipped cream on it, but I smell the whipped cream scent in this in this breakdown of what this smells like. But this is great to me for winter. I picked this one for winter. Fall and winter could have been interchangeable in terms of my selections, but this one I picked because you're at Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, that dinner with friends and family, being careful, being safe, of course. But then, with Christmas time or any other holiday that you may celebrate during the winter season, and getting together with people, this gourmand would work. This would also work for a date night. Definitely would work for a date night. Some people might not be into gourmand, but some might. But it's all about what you like. So if you like gourmands, this is definitely up your alley. Don't care for the name, but I like the bottle. So again, let's get you the side one right there in bigger letters. Get the light right there. Delectable Temptation from the House of Dua Fragrances. This is my pick for the winter season, holidays, getting together with family. You know, when this pandemic is over, then definitely, you know, people will be getting back to that on a regular basis. But this would be my pick for winter. Okay, next we are going to go to spring. And with spring, my pick for spring, this one was, I saw this one on the Red Adolescence channel. And this one is definitely one that I wanted to go for after seeing the note breakdown and hearing Steven's review of this from Red Adolescence. This is Tartness of Vanilla. This is my pick for spring. There it is, Tartness of Vanilla. You can see there's an orange on there, and then there's something that is like, I think, resembling like a cake or some type of, I think it's supposed to represent there in the front some type of vanilla cake or something like that. But then, of course, you see the orange in the back. So what it means by tartness of vanilla is basically like citrus vanilla. So you get a good citrus blast in the beginning of this, and then you have a smooth vanilla that kind of works through. When I first sprayed it, I could smell the vanilla jump off my skin. But then when I smelled it up close, then it was the citrus, and then the vanilla came in afterward, and it was just a light, smooth citrus vanilla. This could probably work for spring or fall, but I chose this one for spring because the one I have for fall is much more fall, indicative of fall. But this one, again, like I said, is light, fresh. You got the citrus, which definitely will make it work for the spring days, and then that smooth vanilla that can make it work for the spring nights. So this one is definitely one that is going to be very much enjoyed by me during the spring months. When spring starts officially March 20th, but I would say even before then, depending on you know, when the pandemic is over, and also by the time that spring actually starts out here where I'm at currently. So again, this is Tartness of Vanilla. Like I said, citrus and vanilla mix, and it is very, very, very enjoyable, very light. So you don't have to worry about offending anybody with this one. All right, so that's my pick for the spring. Next, we're going to summer, and this was reviewed by Coach Rob 619, one of the originals before this fragrance community really jumped off the charts to where it is now. Coach Rob 619 was one of the guys that was really doing it a lot, and before a lot of people got on the map, Coach Rob was doing it a long time, and I always appreciate him for being kind of like a mentor to me. But this one was one that he recommended recently. I want to say early last year rather, and I saw it on his channel and definitely had to try it. And let me get it. This is Casino Elixir 2.0. Now this is one of the clones where it's supposed to be a combination or a mixture of Creed's Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540 from Mason Francis Kirchon. However, 1.0, the original Casino Elixir, was said to have leaned more toward, of the mix, leaned more toward the Baccarat Rouge 540 side. This one leans more toward the Creed Aventus side. Still has the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent in it, but also it has much more of the Creed Aventus, and in particular, the fruity batch, if you will. I pick up a lot of pineapple in this one. And for all intents and purposes of not ever owning Creed Aventus, but getting a lot of samples, for the most part, I would get the samples that were more toward the smoky side, or the more toward the little bit of the woody side, if you will. I never really got the fruity batch, which is why I started to sample from Pineapple Vintage. And, you know, Pineapple Vintage did all right, but Pineapple Vintage, they were really like their own thing. Like the original Pineapple Vintage. It was a sharp, fruity pineapple, and I enjoyed it for what it was. It was his own thing. It didn't really remind me of a Ventus. It just reminded me of a sharp fruity pineapple. Pineapple Vintage Intense was supposed to be most like Creed Ventus, and honestly, I couldn't smell it that well. I really couldn't smell it that well. It just didn't really do anything on my skin to where I was, well, this smells like Creed Ventus. No, I really couldn't smell it at all. But this right here smells like a fruity batch of Aventus. You get all the notes, all the senses of Aventus for the most part, but it's really fruity on top and really emphasizes the pineapple. So this is my pick for summer for this year, for the season of summer, from the Dua brand, Dua Fragrances. Dua brand and the Dua Fragrances are the same thing. Casino Elixir 2.0. That's my pick for the summer. And finally, we get to the fall. And this is a clone of my most coveted favorite fragrance that I don't own yet. But this is called Satin Midnight. And if you know anything about fragrances, there's an air bubble trapped in there. If you know anything about fragrances, Satin Midnight is going to go with Oud Satin Mood from the house of Mason Francis Kurkdjian. Now this one smells, I would say, maybe like 60 to 65% close to Oud Satin Mood from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. I have a sample of Oud Satin Mood, and Oud Satin Mood is clearly smells a lot better than this, smells a lot greater than this. But that's okay, because this one seems like it goes in a different direction. Again, just because a clone house makes a clone and it's not identical doesn't mean it's not good. If it's not identical to what it was going after, it doesn't mean that it's not good. This one, I would say, only is about 60% like the original, but it goes in a different direction with the powderiness and things like that. But I would definitely be using this entire bottle, because this stuff is still very, very good. I eventually will own, because I owe myself for my birthday, I definitely will still be getting eventually a bottle of Oud Satin Mood from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. That is currently my favorite fragrance of all time. So, but this one will definitely do for fall days and fall nights. You get the rose, you get the Turkish and the Bulgarian rose, you get the vanilla, you get a little bit of the woods, and then you get a high amount of like powderiness. So I definitely enjoy this fragrance right here. But like I said, until I get that Oud Satin Mood, this will definitely do for the fall season. I intend to have this one when I want to be dressed up, going out, or anytime at nighttime. This could work for probably almost any season, even summer. If it's a cool summer night, cooler, it might still be hot, but if it's a cooler summer night, this could probably still be pulled off. Definitely, a spring or a winter night if I wanted to, but mostly for the fall, day and night is probably going to be this. During the day, I'd wear this dressed down. This would work. During the night, I would wear this dressed up. This would work. So this would be my pick for the fall. If you're looking for Dua fragrances and something that's going to smell great, each one of these smell great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have, let's pull them back out. There we go. All right, let me get my setup. Got your winter. These are going to be hard to see because they're so small. So, just a recap here. Okay. You got your winter, Delectable Temptation. You got your spring, Tartness of Vanilla. Got your Summer. Casino Elixir 2.0. And you got your Fall. Satin Midnight with the air bubble. Sorry about that. It's not going away. Satin Midnight with the Fall. So this has been my short recommendation and review. I definitely appreciate all my subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe, continue to view as I continue to put out content as best I can. I definitely, like I said, appreciate everybody for rocking with me. You could be with any other channel, and even if you are with other channels, you're still with mine, so I appreciate that. So believe until you stop breathing. We're going to keep this thing rolling as best we can. This is The Valiant Sense. We'll see you in the next video.